See, I thought about saying ultimate smartass, but I don't think I'm the ultimate smartass. For example, I've got nothing on Ryan Reynolds, you know? I'd never be able to live up to those standards. I would just be a disappointment to Ryan Reynolds. Hi, and welcome to my Saturday stream and scream of Danganronpa.
Oh, silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
She's enjoying the shit out of that. Just likes being right for once. Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Kusaba's still alive.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong.
It was totally Mukuro.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
Yay, the eyes.
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32.
Am I the only one that thinks 5'6" and 97 pounds is like really, really, really small? Like 97 pounds and like 5'2", I could understand a little better if, you know, they're like kind of flat chested and things like that. But 5'6" at 97 pounds, that's only a couple of inches shorter than I am. And dude, that is a lanky motherfucker. I get that she's Japanese, but she's not gonna be a motherfucking ultimate soldier at 97 goddamn pounds. And she sure as fuck was no goddamn 31-inch waist, 31-inch breasts at fucking 97 pounds, 5'6". If motherfucker had some, like, osteoporosis issues.
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
Stealth doesn't need to be strong, correct, but stealth does need to be able to lift themselves up a fucking goddamn rope. Stealth does need to be able to have enough force behind something in order to kill someone with a knife, as opposed to just kind of slightly stabbing them. Stealth does need to be able to choke people out, potentially. Stealth does need to be able to have the ability to hold onto a gun that's gonna recoil and not shoot them 27 feet backwards.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo.
Fenrir.
So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Junko. Junko. Ooh, I get to select someone. Can I choose Monokuma? Monokuma! Aww. Whoop, shit! I didn't mean to select myself. I'm trying to tab out here to look something up. Okay, so according to a BMI calculator, okay, if you are 5'6", 97 pounds, and female, and you are, we're gonna say she's 18, okay? She is severely underweight. She is a 15.7. Okay, that means she is so underweight. The diet is not providing her enough calories for any kind of muscle mass. She should have a weakened immune system. She should be having all kinds of health problems in the sense of failure in her organs. As someone who has done, God, years, maybe decades, of martial arts, being that height at that weight is fucking just no. Alright, Junko.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that? I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died
Look
right before
at
our very
her
eyes.
chest. That makes up for like 25 of the pounds right there.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
She could have survived by not having been the one stabbed to begin with. Yay! Oh, it's not replaced. It's replace. It's not replaced? Huh. Oh, okay. Oh, right. I have to do it in the order. I forgot. I was just trying to grab, like, the right letters, but I need to do certain ones.
Now I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? died when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that.
Unless it was never Junko to begin with, it was always Mukuro.
So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Then we'd already met her?
That reaction right there.
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko,
We would have been none the wiser.
and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
That is a very good point. Which brings us back to the point about
She could have hidden
makeup.
it with foundation or something like that.
Which brings me back to my original point. If that was the case, then why couldn't that have been the case when I was being attacked in the bed?
If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation,
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
Yeah.
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
I think he's turned off and Junko's gonna walk out in a bit.
Wait.
Oh,
What's
never
that
mind.
mean? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
He can try and deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. First time was during our latest conversation. Is it the file, the way that they worded it? You mean interrupting the DVD before it got to the end so you could see Junko.
I got it!
Got it.
While I was in the AV room. You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
No, it wasn't a fluke. The Mastermind definitely orchestrated the power outage. That's not the only time. Mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. Yeah, come on!
That's impossible!
This should prove it. The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Uh-oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten.
I like how you guys are like, Makoto mentioned she doesn't seem exactly like her magazine cover photos. And Junko says it was because of Photoshop. I'm totally with Fangirl. Alright, clearly y'all motherfuckers have not watched videos on the power of makeup. That motherfucker, when she contours, goes from one race to another.
In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
I really don't need a refresher. I remember things.
I got it! Junko's face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
Xanadu, Xanadu.
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed is still
Oops,
alive.
oops, sorry.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait! Hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
Ooh. Well, shit. Okay. What was the identity of the ultimate fashionista? Act 2, Moida. Where did the mastermind keep Mukuro's body? I mean, we have this, but I want to see if there's another biolab one that looks more accurate. Okay, I guess not. Attacked me with something. What was it? I don't know what my ultimate title would be. The ultimate cursor. Yeah, maybe. Though that makes me just think that I'm like a mouse cursor on Microsoft. The mastermind attacked me. Who was it that stopped them? Wait. That might be for this one. Yeah, okay, so this one here. This was the stopping, okay? Must probably do with the mask after they took it off. Stuffed it on the body. See, I thought about saying ultimate smartass, but I don't think I'm the ultimate smartass. For example, I've got nothing on Ryan Reynolds, you know? I'd never be able to live up to those standards. I would just be a disappointment to Ryan Reynolds. We couldn't identify the mysterious body because it got blown up. Alright, let's give it a shot.
The killer is you! We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here.
I'm just saying, look at those tits from above. That's not a fucking push-up bra miracle wonder bullshit, okay?
But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko and Oshima!
Now do we get to see
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Ooh. Oh, that's just impressive all on its own. Oh look, she has different color eyes. But you gotta admit they kind of look a lot alike. And that makes me feel a little racist.
We have been waiting
Whoa.
so very long for peasants like you to appear.
That accent, not what I thought that was gonna sound like at all.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking.
I don't think she cooks.
Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Half the world and some home cooking sounds good. You know? I want to say okay. Yeah, sure.
Oh.
let's do it.
Did you think I was being serious?
Oh, there we go.
Sorry. I was just messing with you.
Fucking with you. You're looking for fucking with you.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
Oh, so she does YouTube and voice acting too. The real Junko Enoshima. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me that thumbs up if you did. And subscribe if you want more content. Thanks again, guys. Alright. Bye, bye, bye. Oh, Clementine. Clementine. Really bad idea, Clementine. Oh, that's a dead kid.